I'm Michele Risa. Welcome to Beyond Body, Mind, Spirit. I'm the CEO and founder. Today we have an exceptional experience for you because we're letting you in on our celebration as we begin the Manhattan Holistic Chamber of Commerce. So fasten your seatbelts and we'll be sharing lots of wonderful information, including our celebration.
Welcome to the Manhattan Holistic Chamber of Commerce. It's 2015 and there's a new formula for lasting success. Heal personally,
Relax just a little bit more.
grow professionally, build community. This is our ongoing commitment and we will deliver all three to you each meeting. We start with more meaningful networking and other alternatives to the old unproductive, what do you do? The energy was incredibly magnetic and felt throughout the room. If you're ready to create a financially sustainable and rewarding practice while increasing satisfaction for both you and your clients, come to our next meeting and experience it firsthand. For details, go to holisticchamberofcommerce.com/ManhattanMT.
So let me introduce you to my wonderful guests. We have Neha Chawla, who's a psychoanalyst and art therapist. Naomi Olson, who is also a yoga instructor, as well as a relaxation coach. And Selena Maitreya, who is a transformational agent. Mm-hmm. All right. So do you want to start with introducing and telling us a little bit more about yourselves?
Sure.
Neha?
Sure.
Okay.
I'm an art therapist and a psychoanalyst and in private practice. I work with children, adolescents, adults, the elderly, and a number of issues, anxiety, depression, life transitions, and so on.
Wonderful. Thank you. Naomi.
Great. Well, I'm Naomi, and I have always found stillness to be really important, so I work in personal and corporate wellness, helping people manage stress through yoga and through relaxation coaching.
Thank you. Selena?
I'm a spiritual teacher, a transformational agent. I work with individuals and corporate leaders who are interested in building their lives and making lives that are really built on really retaining and living their spiritual values. So helping people to live their values as their daily practice so that they have a peaceful life and true abundance, which really comes from walking our talk and living the values we hold.
Thank you. Thank you all for joining me. So I'm going to begin by giving everyone an overview as to, I'm sorry, what I'm not saying is this is our wonderful team, yes, that is creating the experience of the Manhattan Holistic Chamber of Commerce. And yes, we are in this, thank you. We are in this together, creating, brainstorming, problem solving, overcoming mountain and oceans, and having as much fun doing it, and learning certainly along the way, which God bless learning. So I'll just do an overview of our talking of values and mission. So in 2015, there really is a new formula for lasting success. Number 1, to heal personally. 2, grow professionally. And 3, build community. So I'll just briefly take us through all three. So in terms of healing personally, this really has touched my life and has made all the difference, since to heal personally for me has meant learning and practicing to be my best friend. And what that means is when I am my best friend, it changes what I do, what I say, what I think, what path I take, what path I don't, what difference I make in the world, right? So, right, with so much at stake, how can we not take care of this, which is the source of everything that we do? In fact, when we don't, it costs us big time. I have found it costs everyone in lost opportunities, health, relationships, money, career, and therefore, again, critical to learning how best to do this. And we're committed in every meeting that we have, which is monthly, to allocate some time for that. 2, growing our business, growing professionally. We know that the client-practitioner relationship is key to the actual ability to heal and be healthy and well-being. And when that relationship suffers, when the practitioner is worried about money, as an example, not only does the process suffer, does the relationship suffer, but the outcome suffers. So what we're looking to do to help all holistic practitioners and those who embrace a very holistic approach to life, which by the very nature of that word, whole, means everything. So actually I'll pause and say whole means yes, my health, and yes, what I'm eating, and yes, if I'm exercising, which most people associate with the word, but it's also relationships, your ability to communicate, what career path you may be on, etc. Okay? So we're dedicated and committed to helping everyone who joins us grow their business in a very significant way. And number 3, new to a lot of people, is really building community. A lot of people are isolated. We work, many of us solo entrepreneurs, or 1 or 2 on our staff. We're not thousands of people on our staff as large corporations are. And so we're committed to building community, since we were never meant to do it alone, since we can't do it all. Yes, we were really meant, I believe, to do it together. And so what we'll be doing as we build this community is we'll access more resources, since we all have so many. We'll be able to multiply our impact, yes, as a group. And so that is a very key component, and we'll be giving you tips later on how you might be able to start doing that. We're also associating and affiliating with a lot of other groups, from functional doctors to integrative medicine doctors to farm-to-table chefs to eco-friendly green people, Ye Lu, who has a show here as well in this community. And we really believe, all of us, that it's important to empower ourselves and build this community, almost a community practice, right, as a team, that we can then holistically really support everyone, because we can't do it, again, even the expertise. We also feel that by coming together, we will be able to begin to address, I think, one of our country's biggest problems, which is the healthcare crisis, right? So we're really innovators in a way, just as Albert Einstein was for relativity, or Thomas Edison for the light bulb, or Steve Jobs for the computer, right? We know it's a challenge, but we're in it, and we welcome you to join us.
Welcome to the Manhattan Holistic Chamber of Commerce.
2015, we're finding there's a new formula for lasting success, right? Heal personally, grow professionally, and build community.
We begin each meeting with Heal Personally, since neuroscience now confirms that short breaks in hour chunks refreshes the mind and keeps us at peak performance. Our next segment, Grow Professionally, includes actionable business tips.
Number 1, track outcomes. We see incredible outcomes in our clients, and what we need to do now is begin to gather the data to prove it and show the world.
Our final segment is Build Community.
Yes.
People say what they need,
I need help getting these workshops.
and within seconds, other people generously offer to help them.
Hi, Natalie. Hi, networking group. Okay.
My name is Roxana, and I have a client who is an acupuncturist who's currently looking for a space.
I know an amazing acupuncturist who has a free space actually at Grand Central.
Wonderful.
Super. All right. So this is Stephanie, by the way, from Siena.
Roxana, hi.
Okay.
I'm Janira, and I need some help at figuring out how to take my business to the next level into a more comprehensive program. Okay, awesome. What's your name?
Heather.
Heather.
I'm
can you help
Regina,
us?
so I
Can
would
you
be
help
happy. I would be happy to exchange information on that.
So I just too want to end with a quote, all right? And you might find it appropriate to our current theme of today, and it is, speak in such a way that others love to listen to you. Listen in such a way that others love to speak to you. Thank you again so much. And please stay, mingle.
As the president of the Manhattan Holistic Chamber of Commerce, Michele Risa said, "Our vision is to become that courageous group of innovators, like Thomas Edison did for the light bulb, Albert Einstein did for relativity, Steve Jobs did for computers. This is the challenge. Let's come together as a strong community."
What was your favorite part of the event?
That exercise that we did where we, spoke genuinely about what it is that we're looking for help with, and we're able to connect through that medium.
And having people connect in a way that really is helping them instead of just saying, okay, this is what I do. And
Here's my card.
yeah.
So I feel like I got an education on some business tips, and then also network to see who needed my services and who I could trade with. So it's perfect.
It was really organized, like you have a little bit of networking, then you have even like 5 minutes of like peacefulness, meditation.
That was really nice.
Yeah, presentation, and then this like I have portion, which I loved. That was nice. Yeah.
You're ready to create a financially sustainable and rewarding practice while increasing satisfaction for both you and your clients? Come to our next meeting and experience it firsthand. For details, go to holisticchamberofcommerce.com/ManhattanMT.
Speaking of we're in it, how about you're telling me, I've shared some of my passion, why are you in it? Whoever would like to start would be fine. Naomi, do you want to start with why you've chosen to join us?
Okay, sure. Thank you. Oh, well, first of all, Michele, I was really touched by you, and I was really touched by your vision. So thank you, fearless leader, because that was initially, I was so touched by your vision that I really wanted to be a part of this in some way.
Thank you.
And your vision, it's similar to mine and to my value system, to working together, to thriving together. As humans, we need each other to go forward in life, and so I think that was, something that really hit my heart, and is why I joined.
Thank you. Selena?
I had been a member before and had been elapsed. I'd gone to meetings before. And when I heard you speak about it and sat with you, as Naomi had said, that was my initial interest, was your vision really met the vision that I had hoped the Chamber would have. And I was very excited about that. I love to come together and build community. I think your point was very spot on, that practitioners, spiritual teachers, holistic people, and people who are in that industry, we're very often individuals in a business of our own. So the idea of building community was critically important to me, sharing what I know, as well as getting information and just being energetically with people who are of like mind. Mm-hmm. The energetics are very important to me. So that was lovely. And I think, so that's it. I think it's the vision that you have and the community and the opportunity to meet like souls. I love being with like souls. Mm-hmm. I do.
Thank you.
Yeah, as they're saying, your passion and your vision has been magnetic. And I think, the three-pronged approach has been has really resonated with me, because we do have to begin with ourselves and then branch out into the community to help others. If we don't take care of ourselves and begin our own healing journey and endeavor, then there's not much else we can give.
Right. Yeah. And that part often is so often overlooked. And when it is in fact embraced, it seems to be a should. You know, I should meditate or I should do yoga. And yeah, and you smile. Thank you, because it's like, no. And I'll use today as an example. You know, much is happening. I'm juggling many balls, and at 8 o'clock a student called we do yoga actually technologically through technology, even though he's far from where I am. And he said, oh, it sounds like you have too much going on to do this. And I said, that's exactly why I need to do this.
Yeah.
I need to do this. And I think for those of us who have a practice, it is something you can't live without. You know how much it helps. I mean, every step. So, it's just that critical component that I think with the advent of yoga becoming so popular, more people are at least willing to hear it. But I'm making the distinction. I think, again, we too often get into the shoulds or into rotely going through yoga, rotely going through our practice. And I understand that, right? Habits. Once we create a habit, it takes more consciousness to think about it and perform it. But I just wanted to briefly go into that component and say, yes, once we sense the benefits. Did you want to say something?
Yeah, I love the idea. I think on the executive board and with Michele, we all share the concept. I mean, I've heard this before, hearing it again, that we need to take care of ourselves, and what does it look like? And I think that's one of the things the Chamber is really putting out there for people, that, there are different practices. Your life is your practice. Your yoga can be your practice. But coming together as community and being there for each other and taking this time that it takes to meet together, that's part of taking care of yourself, is coming and joining this community and being a part of it and being present to us as we are present to you. That's a wonderful, wonderful gift you can give yourself.
And I just want to remind everyone, Google has been offering yoga and meditation to their employees since 1997, right? So bringing it into the corporate world, this is no longer fringe, right? Mr. Bertolini, the CEO of Aetna, likewise, he experienced a ski accident, found it to be so helpful. He's now offered it to all his employees as well as those he insures. So the number of people now in the corporate world, entertainment world, sports world, the Seattle Seahawks, thank you, Coach Carroll, for really helping people know how beneficial this can be. So we're hoping to lead the way, into the corporate world with this information. Okay. So back to the Chamber, what else might we offer them? We want to offer them a lot of value, and just want to share some business tips. Okay, and we actually shared this at our open house, which occurred just this week. And so I know when I go to a lot of networking, and these topics we will be including as well: SEO, website development, PR, all very important skills to learn. But I'd like to introduce 3 different business tips that I think anyone watching could actually implement as soon as they hear them, or after they hear them. Okay. So number 1 is track outcomes. We all know how viable and how magnificent the outcomes are to what we do when we heal people, when we enable them physically to feel better, mentally and spiritually, to have worked through a lot of blocks and issues and be vibrant and happy and successful. So we need to then remind everyone to track outcomes to any business, because what you focus on expands. And let me go to number 2, create passive income. Many of us work by the hour, yes, so we're limited by how much we could make since there are just so many hours in the day. And we're offering help in leveraging technology like the video camera. There's more sophisticated technology than that, but we'll start with everyone's familiarity with video. And we have a actual crew that has helped us on this show, and they'll be very available to help all of us get more videos out there, so while we sleep, we can earn income. That's a good thing. And lastly, the tip is to engage with your community. We find that when we bring people together, they bond, and they actually increase in their health and happiness by making those connections. And we also, all of us, benefit from offering that. So whether it be a walking club, taking people through the supermarket, whatever, those are some of the tips we're offering. With just a few minutes left, I'd really like for us to share, since we had the event, what value you feel we offered to the people. What did you hear them say was a value of the Chamber when they came for that first meeting? Anybody want to offer what they heard?
I spoke to a lot of people after the meeting, and it was great. It was wonderful because there was that point in the meeting, and probably one of the most beloved points was when you announced that we were going to, as a group, help each other, and very specifically and very directly right then and there. People were asked to hold up their hand and say, what do you need? This is what I need. And somebody else in the audience was very responsive, and people had that connection, that capability, that marketing tool. And there were so many people that asked for things, and there was not one time a person put their hand up and it wasn't given to them.
Amazing,
yeah.
right?
So that was what everybody said to me. On top of coming together and meeting like people, everybody seemed to really love the opportunity then and there to have their requests answered.
Exactly. Yeah.
With specific help.
Yes, right? So it's give and take. That is also one of the components of what we'll always be offering, to do both. Any other thing come to mind in the last few minutes that we have?
Genuine connection. People left there with genuine connections. It wasn't just business cards. It was more than that. It was people they wanted to be friends with. They wanted to invite to, dinner. It was genuine connection.
Yeah, along the same lines, someone mentioned to me that it felt like a family, that she felt like this holistic healing journey didn't have to happen in isolation.
Right, right. In fact, we had many people join us that day, and I instinctively said to them, welcome to our family. I just want to share that. I love synchronicities, and that's how it feels to me.
Yeah.
That's how it feels to me.
Hi, why did you come here today? For education or more for networking?
More for networking. I'm an energy practitioner, and it can be difficult, in the city to find other people who are doing what you're doing and to find ways to interact with each other.
For me, because I'm building a practice, finding a good community to be a part of is really, really important, and finding other people to talk to and to share with. That's really, really one of my big aims.
And they're all looking for you as well.
Yeah.
So
and to not be alone in all this.
You are definitely not alone, and you're in the right hands. So thank you for coming today.
Yes, thank you.
So, all right. So I just want to close then to invite everyone to come. It is on the screen where you can join us, www.Manhattan Holistic Chamber of, it's the Holistic Chamber of Commerce / Go Manhattan MT. So either go there and learn more, or please feel free to call or email me. My email is mrisa@ in the name of the show, Beyond Body, Mind, Spirit. 4 words, beyondbodymindspirit.com. We have special bonuses for anyone who does join us, and we hope you will go and really experience something innovative. I promise it will be like no other experience you've had, as I got that feedback from everyone that was there. So thank you.
Pleasure.
For your
Pleasure.
time, for your
Pleasure.
support,
Thank you.
for your wonderful, innovative minds, and us all being on the same path together. It'll be a wonderful journey, and I hope you join us.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
What made you donate your time and energy to volunteer for MHCC?
I think it's a wonderful opportunity to share the philosophies to build community, and for me personally to have an opportunity to network. I'm new to New York, and I want to meet other holistic practitioners, and I want to share what I know with them, and I loved Michelle's vision.
The reason that I chose to do this is that I think community is so important.
Absolutely.
And the intention behind the community as well.
Yeah.
So, meeting Michelle and Selena and Neha, we all share the same vision and, idea of community, and I wanted to be a part of that.
I think, the most wonderful thing about HCC's three-pronged approach is that we begin to heal personally, grow professionally, and then build community. And what resonated with me was this idea that we begin with ourselves and then we branch out into the community, because we have to start with our own healing.
That's true.
Before we can help others.
Michele, thank you so much for sitting with me. What do you want people to take away from today's event? Such a great event.
What I want them to take away is how we will really be able to accomplish so much more together. I think in many professions, including doctors, we feel really isolated. Yeah? We're feeling we have to do it ourselves. And the truth is, we can't. We can't do it all, nor can we do it alone.
Right.
So I'm hoping and committed, actually, to providing the kind of support we all need as human beings, and together really multiply our impact. Really, right? Multiply our impact together. And the big picture, as I did say, and I'll say again, together we can really address one of the biggest problems our country has, which is our healthcare system.
Sure.
So if we can address this healthcare crisis, that's really my big vision.